Over here. We have an emergency here. Lado said in the chat, open Gamba, please.
I don't care.
We get some gamble going.
If a mod is around, they can do it. But, you know, these Gamba people, they're always so loud, right? They're crying, oh, my Gamba addiction, give me Gamba. And then I look at the results and it's like 15 people using that out of 2,500 viewers. Like, it's not worth it.
Yeah, but those 15 people are baiting 200,000 Neo. They're going for broke over there. Putting a mortgage on their house to get these channel points in there.
Not worth my time. I got better things to do.
That's true. Hopefully one of the mod can see it though and make Lado whole. Make him feel something. And I wonder if we're gonna have an expansion here.
Yeah.
Because HawK, for some time, he was playing only one base. He was playing always the same rifle caster build with mount tanking second. And then this matchup went through so many phases. Obviously, it's still very reliant on the Orc, on Farseer Headhunter. But it's really for the human. They can mix in so many different things. You can play double Sanctum, different second heroes, Expo or not, and a lot of creep routes that counter one another as well.
It's a really, really cool matchup that's constantly moving. I mean, Carson has been saying for 2 years now that fast expansion is the way. And as always, my knowledge about this matchup is very limited, but I feel like we see more expansions. But with this creep route by HawK against the lab immediately, I think that's not happening. The hell?
Yeah, he could still, like sometimes you just open like this and then you're trying to be opportunistic. So basically you'll sell a story, kind of like what Hippo did earlier, or Side did, sorry, earlier on Autumn Lives. Oh my god, the other camp got pulled. This is really bad actually. He's gonna take a lot of extra damage. And one thing that Starbuck is best at is this harass here in the early game. This is where he makes a big difference with some of the other orcs. And this is part of why he crushed Fortitude when he did last time. Because he's gonna always target the right units here.
Absolutely dangerous. 2 peasants down. This was a risky one. Cars tried it earlier in the qualifier and get punished for that as well. Good scout, by the way, by Starbuck to check the hill if something is happening with the Woofy. But solid reaction by HawK, puts quite some pressure onto the Grunt. Don't want to lose that early. And HawK gets away with almost level 2 and Devotion Aura.
Yeah, HawK doing this first, I think it's a bit of a gamble. Like he was hoping that Starbuck maybe would late scout and creep in the center instead, like the green camp, before going over. So like I said, it's a lot of creep routes that counter one another. Now he goes to do this camp because the Murloc will ensnare something. This Grunt potentially. But did he not ensnare already? Is he going for it now? No. That's so weird. Usually the Murloc will ensnare something.
Didn't go for it this
time. He might Expo, by the way, full farm.
That's late then. Starbucks tech has started already.
He's getting defend. He's good defend.
What the hell is happening?
Hey, he's just gonna Expo with defend and try to play a macro game from there.
That feels a little slow, but alright. HawK will know better. Save the footman in the north. And once defend is up, like, he's safe for quite some time.
It is slow, but it's all about reducing the damage here with this creep route. Look, he got level 2 without taking any damage. He hasn't lost any units. Or maybe like the one footman. No, actually it survived. It's up there. And so now he could creep the green and then go into Expo. Okay, he doesn't want to delay the Expo too much. He's gonna start heading towards it. And this is where Starbuck cannot waste time on footman defense. And instead needs to go for the peasants a lot more. Or the grunts. He needs to deny that.
It's not a great game for Starbuck at all. A little slow with that deny. Only 1.1. Archmage is getting closer to level 3. But yeah, you called it. More peasant kills. That's one. And Lumber will be low with 3 peasants down already, plus defend, plus the expansion. Starbuck buying more time.
And look at the perfect kiting, you know, like so many players, they complain about defense, they don't really know how to play. That's because they just stand there and take a horrible fight. Starbuck doing such a sick job of never letting the footmen haven't attacked the headhunters once. Every time they get close, he runs, he turns around, he re-attacks. Obviously, he knows that right now the Expo is being crept, so he's gonna send the wolves on their own to target militia. And he can maybe creep 1 or 2 camps in the meantime, while he adds a second hero. The thing about playing against Expo, though, it's completely different than playing against Standard. Basically, you need to play with double bestiary very often, you need to hit and run, you need to set up your own Expo. You're not going for normal units, you're like skipping Shaman sometimes. In this case, though, he's playing fully standard. Maybe because the expo is so delayed. He's going Lodge and TC second.
Yep, that's gonna be Lightning Shield Storm combo. Could, if he can level, maybe even go Shockwave. Because this will be a lot of breakers down the road. Could also retrain. Starbuck's Headhunters at the moment rather useless. Could maybe move them in and prevent the tower.
I think Shockwave is if you play double Bestiary with Raiders, because then you're really trying to attack the buildings. Obviously, Shockwave hits buildings. Headhunters move in as you suggested, and that's going to be a tower down, meaning that Wolves can keep on doing damage. He doesn't have too much mana to work with anymore.
Okay, Headhunters did the job. Farsia gets another peasant. Dude, lumber is an issue. He still has to tech.
Yeah, HawK's lumber is completely wrecked here. His tech is going to be like supremely delayed. I kind of like the 2-foot man across the map, but his Starbuck reacts quickly, maybe leaves the TC to deal with it.
Nope.
It's going to be totally fine at home.
He has reinforced defenses up. The Lodge also. Oh yeah, I really worry about HawK's tech here. Still needs the power build, still needs the tower. TC can creep, that's all he wants at the moment, and then counter expand.
Yeah, the problem with those footies is that they're gonna do a lot of damage to peons. One grunt and 2 wolves usually. Why is he attacking his stronghold? Yeah, 1 grunt and 2 wolves usually will deal with this very nicely, and it's just gonna chase it away. And because he's playing like this, Starbuck, like going Lodge, Bestiary, I think he's just going to creep his TC a little bit and then try to set up his own expo. But he's not rushing it, because he knows that if he would take it now, it'd be too early. That would just get cancelled anyway.
Yeah, HawK is expecting it already, moves to the north. In for a little creep jack. Starbuck is still level 1-1. No Storm to be working with, no Chain Lightning. There's the end snare that you were talking about earlier on a different camp. And gets a kill, but Starbuck has the Dispel, and that's a Water Elemental gone, that's finally level 2.
What does he have?
Dispel.
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 That's how you say it.
It's not how you say it.
Enter! Run! If something's gonna die here, you should really deny it. Like, makes a world of difference to not let the XP go to the opponent, because the Archmage is already like 3.4.
Archmage's getting chased still. Man, if only he had claws now. Farsia out of the fight. Footy, block. Wolves are helping to a degree, but the firebolts are heating up again.
HawK did really well buying time here. And like, because he has Expo running for so long, his gold is going to be completely out of control. So then he can just choose what he goes for exactly. You know, maybe triple Sanctum, makes a ton of units, and then just has to win like one big fight once he has like 70 to 80 supply.
TC gets level 2. It is Shockwave. I hear someone saying no more lames, but I'm not sure if that's true.
Thank God Starbuck is getting spikes.
Spikes are so good, right?
I'm losing it daily. Dude, I'm losing it daily. People keep skipping spikes in 4v4 and then orcs die to mass footmen. I'm getting angry just thinking about it.
I mean, you got me and I'm losing it daily. I know that for years, of course, but yeah, because of spikes, that was new to me. It's such a good upgrade. It's really not expensive and stops all the footman pressure. Love it.
Yeah, sick. Dude, how many footies does he have? What the?
That's, oh my
He has
god.
all of these and he has 3 here.
Yeah, you know what? There's Shockwave level 2 coming. A good night.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah,
Hey, you're right about the Shockwave. There you go, man. Great call.
And then there's some people saying I don't know anything about this game. Bucky,
Wait, who said that?
You know, some people on Reddit really hurt my feelings.
Well, that's because you're the biggest happy fanboy, though. That's
everyone
justified.
Shockwave number 1 kinda hurts.
Oh my god, he made the grunt for the defense. That's so sick. And he left 2 wolves at home. He completely anticipated the footies were gonna do that. 300 IQ by Buck.
He is a smart guy. He's a doctor for a reason. Raiders coming in. No mana anymore. It's a little too close to the arcane, maybe. It's not too far off.
I don't know if I would call him a doctor, because the only thing he's prescribing his human patients is a bunch of pain.
Also a killer.
The torturer, the doctor. Oh, the Archmage went too far. There was an Ensnare loaded up. He's trying to go for the block. Second Raider trying to get in position for the Ensnare, but he's slightly too far. Archmage will barely make it out. He speed scrolled for nothing, actually. And they're almost ready. Will make it to the safety of the tower, but now the altar is going to be under siege.
In the meantime, 4 footies. They deal with the grunt. So that hurts now. Raiders all
Starbuck
hurt.
needs to pay attention. Committing on the Archmage.
Maybe a
one
bit too
shockwave.
much. Grunt goes down. Raiders alive. Still can use Ensnare to a degree. Shockwave versus Militia, dude. The dream.
Now taking ball into battle. And the footies on the other side are wrecking peons. Starbuck needs to load up those burrows. Fully.
Ooh, did one die already? I don't think so. Reacting now. That is mining time that you can't really afford, but at the same time,
Yeah.
he's also expanding and the footmen are there.
And look at HawK's economy. The problem is that he still has no lumber.
Yeah,
There's
that's
only one single sanctum.
a problem indeed. He sent the militia into the shockwave. A couple of them died. Some are idling. It's not allowed. Now he sees the expo.
Footies
Right?
find the expo.
Too late though, right? But the other squad on the right-hand side, they could still cancel.
If he had a staff on the Archmage, that's what Chemico used to do and Sock so well. They always had a staff on Archmage and they would just run around with footies and their stuff like opportunistically and kill stuff.
Footmen still get the job done, the job of canceling healing. And HawK, is it time to move in?
TC is almost 4, by the way, which means that if he gets that one extra level, level 3 Shockwave would be absolutely insane against 2 low-level human heroes.
Yeah, he's out-leveling this Mountain King so hard, it's ridiculous. And these footmen in the north, like, they're still standing there. Not doing
Maybe
much.
he's waiting to see that Starbuck is on the other side of the map, but I think at some point he has to know Starbuck's obviously not around 12 o'clock, so he's just gonna send this in. And the grunt's already being sent there in anticipation.
Dude, such a nice heads-up play. But it's only 1 against 5 footies. Creep check though. HawK has a TP. Chain Lightning, Shockwave, good damage.
The item.
No!
Oh my god, he stole!
Steal both!
He stole the XP, but not the item.
Oh,
the
true.
item went to the Mountain King. It was a big mana pot. That would have been a disaster. Oh my god, if the TC got this, might as well rage quit at this point. But HawK still has a lot of gold. And he's running across the map to harass the Expo, which has no burrow. So I think he's gonna force TP. There is a TP, right? Yes, there is.
Must be. So what's the difference in the gold mine? 6,000 for Starbuck. Okay, less than I thought. Burrow a bit too late. Grunt goes down. Starbuck a bit too cheap to portal.
Yeah, no, he has to. He would take way too much damage. The burrow was too delayed. Now thinking in danger. It's ensnared for the second time. Can he block it?
Oh, needs
Oh, actually, a bit
ensnare?
sloppy.
That's a kill.
Okay, is HawK trying to accelerate the process to TC level 5? Because that's what he's gonna achieve real soon if he keeps doing this here.
It did help, for sure. Also, what do you feel about the 51 supply?
I mean, he's not supposed to stay. Like, it's actually the one time I don't care because he's not supposed to stay in no upkeep here. Look how many units he has queued in his sanctums.
correct.
Actually, they're working overtime because he has only 2.
Next consumable for Starbuck. Scroll of the Beast. Not too shabby. I feel like these split attacks by HawK, they're nice, but it's just a bit distraction. It's never doing too much.
Yeah, they don't do enough, and they provide XP for Starbuck.
Yeah.
And now TC is very close to 5. Very, very close. Not many camps nearby. I guess he could do the lab to make sure he guarantees level 5.
Dude, the second hero by Starbuck is 2.7 levels ahead now. Absurd.
HawK still trying to slow down Starbuck. I think he knows Starbuck doesn't have a big bank because of how much economic damage he did. So he's trying to say, okay, I know hero level wise it's going to be a disaster for me, but if I can get 80 supply against your 60, then I have a chance.
Yeah. He still summons the water elemental, so 4.9. An inch away from 5. Level 2 wolves and chain lightning on the Farseer now as well. But HawK fighting, I like that.
He needs to grab scrolls here. This is like his one opportunity, actually. I mean, oh, Starbuck stole all the scrolls.
Yep. Yep, that's why he was so broke for the time. 3 heal scroll. And the Invo Potion. That's sick. And that's
That's
also
one way to win a game, right? Shockwave level 3, and then you take all the scrolls from the opponents.
Yep.
And now he's gonna go look for the fight, I think.
I mean, there's so much AoE and not nearly enough damage. HawK has 70 food, that's kind of nice, but no blocker line. The breakers are slowly trickling in, but doesn't seem to be enough.
The backline is gonna absolutely melt. He even grabbed the mana pot. I love this. Because he would only have the few shockwaves if he didn't have the mana pot. Now he's gonna have so many of them. Those casters, yeah, run.
Yeah. You need to slow the TC, bolt the TC, do whatever you can. Creeps are getting involved as well, but there's an illusion by Starbuck on top of that to confuse HawK a little bit.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Oh my. If he throws the bolt onto the illusion, this might just be over.
Starbuck's doing the dance very well here. He's trying to force a bolt from max range. You also know that against HawK, every time you cross the halfway of the map, he sends militia. He always has militia binded in advance, like a couple of them. So he doesn't even need to look home. He just press the hotkey, militia, and then send it to where the fight is. Clap, bolt used immediately in the fight, but that's only clap and bolt level 1. TC, somewhat surrounded, looking for a perfect shockwave at the back line. Oh my god.
Ooh, there's more of that! Chain lightning on top of that as well. HawK, no heal scroll. Mountain King down to 50%. Needs the mana potion soon. Hammer to the head. But where's the follow-up? Follow-up is raining down on the Mountain King. Invo Potion for now. If he can connect one more time, and he can! Multi-kill.
Oh, the Farseer actually kind of isolated away right now. Mountain King almost has the bolt. He's gonna have to TP in a second. Don't forget any units here. There one last shockwave. No, he doesn't have the mana, so Starbuck gets out with everything. And HawK actually survived with way more units than... Everything is red. He weathered the storm somehow. And he can run to the shop and maybe secure the next scroll. He's doing just that. Oh my god, HawK is still in this game.
Playing insane games today. One of the win. If only he had that in the fight, that would have been a game changer.
And Starbuck's trying to intercept the Archmage. He's fast enough.
Too late.
In and out.
Only one scroll though.
Yeah, I think it only recharges like one by one. So the next one is probably, I would guess, in like 30 seconds or something. So maybe Starbuck, if he secures it, and make sure it's his.
A player's forces are under attack.
HawK is close.
This was supposed to be the fight where HawK got absolutely wrecked, by the way. It's so sick that he weathered the storm and he forced the TP just before his entire army would die.
Yeah, without heal scroll, man. His entire army was so lethal, but couldn't get it done. Tomb of Retraining, back to Stomp. Weird timing. He's going for the heroes now.
Yeah, I think maybe it feels like the breakers are doing too much. So if you use Invis Potion and you open the fight in the backline, landing a perfect stomp, you not only do a lot of damage to those units, you also stun everything. And like nullify the effect of all those casters beautifully. So honestly, I kind of like it.
Usually it's the other way around. You open up with Stomp, and then when the breaker numbers get too high, you switch to Shockwave to somehow find a way to get into the backline. There's more of a Chemico play with great execution. Starbuck has big shoes to fill here.
Maybe the amount of rifles made him think he should do this. Because there is quite a few rifles, so now he's going to nullify all the damage and all the spell casting from the casters if he can land a big one. Because when there is this big army, it's almost impossible to split like super effectively. So it's almost definitely going to land the stomps on like so many different units. Starbuck needs a TP. I think that's why he's not going forward here. Because if he gets caught and he loses a fight, that's it. And also HawK again will send militia, which is always so annoying in those fights.
Soaks up a lot of damage. He got 2 mana potions on this Mountain King, by the way, who gets to solid levels now. HawK also close to level 5, so more mana there.
Oh, one of the wins could be amazing here.
Yeah.
If he times like after TC stomps, maybe he waits until stomp is almost up, then he bolts, and then shortly after he one of the wins, he could keep the TC out of the fight very long time if he does that well. Obviously, you can purge one of the win, but he uses Magic Sentry to reveal the TC.
Sick.
Could try to dispel it, dispel the invis. He bolts
Sick
it.
play by HawK, controls the TC so well. Can he establish the breaker line somehow? One of the wind level 5 needs to be level 3 chain lightning, I guess, for 1,000 damage. He has to stop! That's so much! Heal scroll is gone now, but we'll see more of that combo.
And he has chain level 3 for the backline here with stomp level 3. TC in danger though, needs to pull back, he gets bolted. He has a heal scroll still. He could transfer Town Portal if he's in a lot of danger. HawK moved a lot of his backline a little bit too far back, they're not doing anything. And those grunts are going to town on the breakers now.
Clap does hit the TC. The grunts are melting. Level 4 on the Mountain King. The dwarf is catching up. Stormbolt as well. But army-wise, Starbuck is just pressing forward. The Kodos did a solid job. Level 6 on the TC. And of course, you can be brave with that. Moving in. Chain Lightning on top. So many kills, dude. He's getting close to 6 on that hero as well. Wyvern are coming in, helping with this fight. And what's left now for HawK?
Chain level 3 putting in work. He still has a mana pot on the Farseer here. Could use that very easily. Probably hoping the TC will die at this point so he can come back. And the Mountain King goes down. And Starbuck can just disengage here. Like, he's already done enough damage, but HawK turns around. He doesn't want to let him get away here. Now that a lot of the units are slowed. Careful what you wish for. Killing that TC would not be a victory here.
Trying to bait the reincarnation doesn't work though. 10 supply lead, the most important thing though, Starbuck can just fall back, use his gold, get the heal scroll, get the potions, and then just do it again. The Stomp connection worked so well.
It's so hard to attack into all these towers at the expo, so one thing you can do when you're ahead like this is just out-expo the opponent. Starbuck could just go bottom left, take this expo, and then have like just way too much gold for HawK to be able to handle. One Archmage chasing units, is this real life?
He got the Tome of Retraining, so we get Blizzard now.
Yeah, that's actually very good. Like when there's this many shamans, having water is kind of useless. And Blizzard Clap is always the dream. And we've seen HawK, again, his positioning in those fights is what's winning him so many games. It was the case in the Human Mirror we saw earlier. It's often been the case against Elf. He's always good at repositioning. And against Orc, sometimes it's going to win him games. In this one, it seems highly unlikely he would win, but who knows?
Is Starbuck getting a little too ballsy, expanding at the 7 o'clock?
I just saw that. I feel like he should have just done the one on the left side because he could use the item, like you get a big consumable. Imagine if he gets like a greater mana as well. He buys dust. So he might hero targets. And he's anticipating invis to be used. That's actually really smart. So many players forget about this.
So well equipped. Invul, mana potion, scroll again, waiting for a little bit of gold, gets another scroll. And HawK could only go for the Tome of Retraining, but nothing else. So what you see is what you get.
He used dust just before the heal scroll popped up. Because he anticipated maybe there was an invis hero here. So sick. That, like in a lot of games, that will actually happen. I'm actually surprised like HawK wasn't there because that's something you should shoot for very often here.
HawK's main base is empty. 2,000 gold left in the natural. For Starbuck, of course, a lot more. And HawK is not thinking about this expansion at the 7 o'clock. Trying to go for a fight, but it's just more time.
I'm a bit surprised about no invis potion. I assume he was in stock. I think he should definitely get that on the TC. It's like the perfect way to open a fight here. If you don't have it, you will just... Okay, there it is. You'll just get bolted like preemptively and won't be able to do much. But he's going to use it maybe in front of HawK, who has Magic Sentry. He has only 2 Arcane Towers.
Got it.
He uses the first one. Buck pulls back. He uses dust. Maybe he thought the Mountain King was invis on him, but he wasn't.
Well, he was, and he didn't see him. It was too far behind.
Yeah.
Something's odd. He knows, though, Mountain King is missing in this army. He has to be somewhere. Just doesn't know where.
Okay, he has dust. HawK, can he time it when the TC is closed? I think Starbuck sees that HawK has dust, so he's not getting close. Like, go ahead, use it, then I'll go in. This is so high level, like, really.
The mind games between them, absolutely fantastic. This is just a round of 8 in the winner bracket.
This backline is gonna melt. There is 0 scrolls against Chain 3, Storm 3. He used the first charge of the dust. I think Starbuck's gonna try to bait the second one. He could move his army close. Dust will be used and keep his TC back, and then he goes in after.
HawK is waiting for the next heal scroll, doesn't want to fight without it. Blizzard 3 is sick when it comes to damage. There's 3 raiders.
Why is the Popo going there? I think he thinks Starbuck has the expo maybe, so he wants to harass the peon line. But instead he's gonna find peons going to mine his base. Okay, next dust was used. So dust should be back in stock now in the shop, but it's on cooldown in terms of being able to use it from the Archmage. And Starbuck seeing the Blizzard here, he also saw no Water Elementals. He knows he can't fight it. Like if he fought around the tavern, he would just lose very hard because everything would get clapped. And Blizzard did. So he should set up maybe a 2 or 3 pronged attack with different chunks of units so that Blizzard doesn't end on everything.
That's easier said than done. First heal scroll for HawK. The Popo.
Is he going in?
Oh.
Here we go. Oh my god, the storm. Oh no, oh no. Yes, too much force.
Epicenter lightning shield on top. Pretty much exactly what you said. He cancelled the blizzard himself. Another storm. Oh, supply is neck and neck, but not for much longer. Level 6 on the Farseer. Now Blizzard is running on top. Earthquake! And stop on top! The AoE is surreal.
He needs to ensnare the Archmage, probably, because that Blizzard is also doing a lot of damage. Farseer going low.
Oh.
Starbuck, is he paying attention? He has Invuln. He pops it at the last second. Still has a mana potion to work with. TC mostly out of mana. The backline mostly entirely dead. From HawK, supplies still about even.
Oh, the Kodos are falling quickly, though. The Blizzard is a game changer. MK dies. No way to get him out of there. Everything dead. This is so sick. In the meantime... Oh, the tower not repaired. This is too crazy. MK back in the middle of it all. Level 7 on the TC. Purge again. Slow against that. Chase again on the TC. Farseer gotta get out. Chain lightning. Right click. Not enough TP at the same time.
And the Farseer and Archmage flicked each other off while those TPs were happening. Filled with hate.
An unbelievable game that is. HawK, though, is not mining anymore. That's the last bit of gold.
Level 6 Archmage, he goes for Mass Telly. Because he double-clicked the Archmage because he was about to lose it, he actually went for the main and he was stuck. So he Mass Tellies to the Expo because obviously that's where his shop is and he needs to replenish regen scroll. But yeah, Starbuck, low on supply. HawK is actually ahead in supply right now. So he needs for this clarity and kill self to kick in. And he needs to win one more fight, but HawK has so much army, and I think he's going to send militia. This is why expanding on this side, I called it. I didn't like it. Now he's going to have to fight the militia as well, even though he has Shockwave. But those breakers, he can't really deal with them.
And Starbuck is not getting much better from here on out. Like, HawK is super close to 5 now on the Mountain King. He's not getting any income, but the militia, he throws it all later. That's level 5 for the Wolf.
And now he doesn't have any of his potion to get the perfect engage like in last fights with the Stomp.
Also no heal scroll.
Ay, ay, ay. Level 5 Mountain King is a big level here to get just before the potentially final fight begins. Militia this time will go to work on those peons at the Expo and kill them all.
HawK is still, Starbuck is still mining 3k at the Natural Expo. Maybe he doesn't need that bottom left.
Yeah, but he probably feels like he needs it. Because then he knows that HawK will long distance mine from there.
Oh, the clap.
Farseer. Oh my god. He's gonna get bolted. I think Farseer's dead.
Oh my god. Yep. Just going for the chase. Invis on the Archmage. And HawK is doing it. How do you deal with the breakers? You can't.
Oh my god. TC. At this point, he doesn't even care about the reincarnation. He's like, bring him back. I'll kill him twice.
Dude, the moment he went for Blizzard, HawK got this game.
Yeah, I feel like Starbuck could have done a better job mass ensnaring the Archmage every time there was a Blizzard, because really, like, over the course of the entire fight in middle, it just did so much damage. And that's why HawK was clumped in a corner, which on one hand made his entire army get chain stomped, but at the same time allowed him to land the perfect Blizzards on the army the whole time. And now HawK is long distance mining from the bottom Expo.
Everything that Starbuck kills will take a long time to get back, but again, like, without Chain Lightning, where's the damage? How do you deal with the breakers? Magic immune? Not only one Kodo? He's giving up this Expo, isn't he?
Yeah, he has no choice. This is usually a time here where people might be inclined to go for a base race. The problem is that there is Mastelli, so it's almost out of the question. Or you might fight the peons in middle, the peasants.
Sometimes the pathing is so odd on Tide Hunters. That's 1, 2, 3.
Oh my god, the altar, no! Yeah, I think that Farseer is not coming back to the altar. I don't think Starbuck has enough items that he can sell, that he can get the Farseer back. Yeah, he might just step out here. He's gonna try to mine at the bottom for a little bit, but I think HawK is then gonna see it and go there next.
Sick. Yeah, only 400 gold. That's not nearly enough for level 6 hero. Starbuck,
if he took the Expo in bottom left,
yeah.
Starbuck, yeah, we're looking at a very different game.
Was about to say the same. Also, the Earthquake. Is that necessary if you can get, like, 1.5 Chain Lightnings for it? I don't know, man.
Yeah, and also, like, there is no more control magic on tier 2.
Yep.
If you go Wolves level 3, they're actually useful here, provided there is no priest, and I don't think there were many left in the fight.
And they could have harassed the long distance mining peons, of course, over and over. But yeah, that was a problem. TC only. Heal scroll, invo potion, that's all he can do. That's all you can do. Insane.
Just a few more peasants. There's gonna be one last stand. He's gonna go for broke on the hero. There is invis, cast it immediately. Dust. Okay, he goes for the dust, but Archmage is far enough. Going for the
naked.
target now.
Stomp, but the lack of chain lightning. He needs to get the cow up front to block. Oh, Mass Telly interrupted. Archmage stomped to death.
Going for the Mountain King now, but I mean his army is in shambles. There's a clap. He's like, yeah,
No
go ahead,
way.
surround me. See that clap.
He's killing him. He's just killing him. Invis! Dead! Level 8! And on the back of this, he's mining. He can get the Farseer back soon.
Oh my god, Starbuck, what the hell?
What?
Players' forces are under attack.
And HawK has no gold, he has 35 golds.
Yeah. He's dead.
He can leave, like these breakers are never gonna win the game for him. Oh my god.
What?
I was ready to lower the coffin into the ground. And Starbuck just wakes up like the Undertaker.
That was
Oh
the
my
one
goodness.
play.
And he starts a shot in front of him. What is this?
I mean, if you have, if you have a peon there, why not, dude?
Players' forces are
Moving
There's too
the
many grunts.
pizza.
Like grunts are amazing against breakers here. They're the units that does the most damage to them, so it's perfect for him. A rifle and a priest into the expo now. And Farseer's back out. He rebought it in the
Yeah.
middle. Didn't even have to remake the altar.
And wolves are now, of course, amazing against the
HawK
wolves.
has zero income. A comeback. Holy moly. I
Like,
never thought this was gonna work. 'Cause there was
two-
invis, but the dust changed everything.
Kind of three insane comebacks. First, HawK was in the dumpster with his Mountain King being so low.
Yeah.
Then he fought back. And he has to call it. Then he has
Oh
the
my
game basically in the palm of his hands after
What
the
a sick
Farseer
game.
kill. And Starbucks overkill. Yeah, super sick, dude. 32 minutes again. 1-0 Starbuck. Jesus Christ.
I mean, we knew this series was hype, but you know, hype series don't always necessarily deliver. That delivered. That was amazing.
Yeah, it's getting really hard now to find the map of the tournament so far. Yesterday was Dice vs X-Lord. Today, this one is crazy. Hippo playing like mad. It's just insane, dude. Just insane.
People are motivated for the best tournaments.
I guess so. I guess so. This, I don't know what to say anymore. This tournament delivers big time. HawK now, man. Can he start a comeback with this? Tide Hunters down. Northern Isles next. This
I'm actually
needs-
shocked. Like, I
yeah.
didn't see that path to victory at all. And it's rare that I miss something like this. But to me, this was just done. A complete done deal here. Like, Farseer dead, low econ, Starbuck being prevented from mining for a long time. He saw the path to victory. He's like, all right, those breakers will literally be the last thing I'll ever kill because they're so hard to kill. I'll kill everything else first, starting with the heroes, then the backline.
Just an incredible game. I didn't see the win condition. You didn't see the win condition, but you mentioned it before, man. Starbuck is really, really freaking good and a great mind for the game, and he saw the light at the end of the tunnel and did it. Thank you, Woody Wood, for the 1,000 bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Doctor has prescribed some ibuprofen for HawK after this one.
I want more of this, man. Maybe I'm addicted to Starbuck vs HawK now.
Who is it, man? It's a healthy addiction. One of the rare ones.
Oh, man. Northern freaking Isles. Give us more of this, please. Or give us a rehost. It's also possible. HawK is lagging on one of the EU centrals. I think I selected the wrong one. The right one. Not sure.
Yeah, there's the ping equalizer, so it's all about finding the server where the higher ping of the two has the lowest ping possible, I guess.
Yeah, HawK is spiking on one of the EU servers. Maybe I selected the wrong one. There we go.
But isn't EU Central 4 and 5 like in Russia?
As far as I know,
Oh, no, that's EU East, sorry.
Yeah, the center of the European Union is not yet in Russia.
Yeah. Central 4 is Frankfurt, I think.
Should both be pretty similar. Sometimes routing is a little different. But this...
Yeah, Russia has some issues with some... I think, you know, when my ISP, when I lived in Germany, I had like always spikes on EU East 5 Moscow, and I have the same now ISP in Austria, and like EU East 4 and 5 like often bug for me, so I think it's probably the same for him, but the other way around.
Yeah, it's super annoying.
Like Germany.
I have the same now. And
it's fixable with some proxies and stuff by WC3 champions. Those guys are amazing.
Without them, we'd all be dead and flipping burgers somewhere and not casting these great games. Shout out
we'd be
Toxic.
playing on BNet where your wins count as losses.
Yeah, you think we would have... you think we would have a scene if we only have 3 servers?
It'd be pretty bad, that's for sure.
Okay. Woody Wood, thank you for the 1,000 bits. WTF, absolutely deserved. WTF. Gin and Juice, thank you for the 27-month. Absolutely amazing.
Isn't Woody Wood the guy that always plays like super long games? Like
Yep.
30 minutes plus, that's a short game by his standards, right?
Yep, it's true. It was a little quickie. But if Woody Wood says WTF, then that says something.
I think he had like a 1 hour plus game or something against Insolite, the French hunted.
Oh yeah,
that a lot of people talked about.
He plays a lot of towers and Tauren and Blade Master Harass and stuff. Legend.
Yeah. I watched an FFA the other day of like a lot of like all the top Chinese players, and then some of the, maybe there was some of the top Korean players as well in it. And Fortitude in it was like a kind of small map where everything is together, everyone is together. He played a strategy where he played Archmage and he covered the map in towers, I kid you not, and he only made mortars. So he tried to leapfrog the entire base with mass towers and mortars. It was the most ridiculous game I've ever seen.
40 can be fun at times. I like the guy.
Yeah, he has interesting kinks.
Yeah, like playing 4 times a week against Happy. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, that didn't go so well though, that last one.
No. And the one before. And the one before that.
Luckily for him, I avenged him right after though, right?
Yeah, great job. You might beat Happy tomorrow.
Yeah. I don't think he will play again with them, but I'm not sure. There is a different lineup for the second. You saw the second match? I guess you cast it against Korea?
Yep, I saw.
Yeah, they didn't use days in vain.
Happy too expensive. They run out of budget.
But he probably thought this was going to be an easy match, and then he played like 5 maps for $70. He was like, all right, like, don't ever call me for this again.
I'm done with
And also, like, the first 2 games were like on the Russia host, and he had like 2 MS. And then after that, we used ping equalizer, so then he had 210 MS.
Ow!
I don't think he probably enjoyed that too much.
Yeah, that pains to play. But you know, if you play a 4-on-4 and there's 3 different regions involved, it's tricky to get a good host.
Yeah, it's same with FFA. There's so many different regions. And then you mix in Seiso, who literally plays every game with 220 MS.
That's what he gets for living in New Zealand. I mean, he doesn't get much.
For living in a
further away.
mirror.
He should just move, dude, to get a better ping. What's so hard about it?
Yeah, just uproot your whole life for Warcraft.
Yeah.
God knows I did. Okay, level 3 Archmage here with a nice creep routes. That's when the false here is 2.6, 2.7. But the grunt builds are obviously pretty damn good against footmen, but they're just bad against water elementals level 2, so scary creep route by HawK.
This is some juicy grunts. Has to dive with an Archmage. Great block by the forward grunts. There's still 2 water elementals. They're not expiring anytime soon. That's 1 kill. Might just be 2.
The Archmage is stuck in there. Can he block it? No! What the hell, Starbuck? The Archmage ran in there. He could have blocked. Okay, Starbuck is having an off game.
Yeah, that's huge kills. 2 of them. Archmage hurt, but got a potion. Nice. 3 grunts. What the hell? HawK is angry AF.
That's the Warcraft equivalent of a superset at the gym here.
I have no idea what that means. I've never seen a gym from the inside before.
You know what a superset is?
No. I don't even know what a regular set is. Gym. The only gym I know is the Warcraft gym. We're the real nerds.
The real gym where the real gains are achieved.
Exactly. Where we produce diamonds like cars.
So, supersets are a form of exercise where you focus on working opposing muscle groups back to back with little rest in between.
I like how we had to Google that.
I mean, I wouldn't know how to perfectly describe it. I wanted to do it justice.
How do you describe this match? The absolute destruction of Starbuck? This was another grunt going down.
You ever saw the Revenants?
No.
What? Well, a lot of people did, I'm sure. Basically, HawK is the bear and Starbuck is DiCaprio.
Spoiler
You need to watch
alert.
that. That's a masterpiece.
I think I watched like 3 movies in the past 2 years. Or 4.
Step it up. There's a sick DiCaprio movie coming out with... it's a Scorsese.
Is it Titanic 2?
No, it's Killers of the Flower Moon. Coming out later this month. Okay, quite a disaster of a game so far. Look at how many footmen there is again. It's actually uncommon to make this many, but I guess when they never die, you end up with a insane surplus of footmen.
Yeah, the foot people can creep up the Mountain King just fine now. Starbuck going for Shockwave again, man. This has to be... I mean, this is a Hail Mary at this point, I guess. 13 food down, expansion coming up, HawK moving south. Sick inventory by HawK as well.
Yeah. Actually, that's the Infi DLC, and he's doing the Infi builds that Infi's like, popularized a while back, where you go like triple priests, dispel, and then you go into breakers, and you cannot skip sorceresses for a long time.
I think it really doesn't matter what he does now, dude. He could play anything. He could play Invisible Mortars and would probably get the game.
Korea.
Korea.
A player's forces are under attack.
He was willing to skill second spell usually with double sanctum, so it's clap. He does go for that. And we actually have sorceresses queued up. Okay, that makes sense against grunts. When there is a lot of grunts like this, because they're kind of the counter. They slow them, they do a lot of damage to them.
It's another cancel. Oi, oi. I've rarely seen a game where this little is coming together for Starbuck. Last I remember is, I guess, like a match against Lawlight or something.
I think he just really got caught off guard here.
Player's forces
Boom.
are under
Boom.
Somehow, some way.
Boom, 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 boom. HawK ties it up. Of course we go game 3. Holy moly. Yeah, this deserves the game 3. Like HawK total annihilation. This was a sweet, sweet, sweet revenge. And the momentum is totally in his corner now.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one map in particular where everything went right for him and everything went wrong for Starbuck. So can't read into it too much. Expect Starbuck to kind of reset mentally very well and do better in the next one.
Hoping for the best. This brings us to the latest addition to the Warcraft Champions map pool, which is Hammerfall. Your thoughts on that? Did you even play it?
Sorry, say again?
Hammerfall.
Oh, no, I've seen a couple games on it. And then it reinforced my not wanting to play solo. It doesn't look that interesting. I don't know.
I think it's really freaking good. It's also a pretty good
Really?
human map, I think.
How
We'll,
dare you.
we'll explore it together.
Is it a good human map, like how Remo says that human's good against undead when he casts human against undead?
Dude, human is super good against undead.
Oh god. Please God, no.
You want to leave? I mean, it's clear that human is... I mean, you are probably the only one who says human is not good against undead.
What?
Yeah, everybody says it. Chat, tell him.
Yeah,
It's
chat.
human-
Yeah, chat is everybody. That's good to know.
Do you want to argue with the Twitch chat? They always
no.
know everything.
Not particularly.
No, not
But that
particularly.
doesn't mean they're right either.
I think outside of Happy, this match is very... I mean, Sock defeated Happy in the War 3 Champions finals. That's all you need.
Yeah, one match. Yeah, one match in 6 years. Thank
all
you,
it
Sock,
takes.
for showing us that human's completely broken against undead, I guess. Fuck.
All it takes.
All right, Starbuck. More solid. Let's go. We want to see an epic game again.
I absolutely want to. Seems like we got the right host. Man, so far, the past couple of events, Starbuck had a very, very, very good track record versus HawK. Now, the decider. The decider.
Well, what's their record in tournaments, do you know?
I can look it up. I just showed it, but I wasn't really watching. I feel like
see.
Starbuck must be far ahead, actually.
Yeah, he is. 8-3 in matches, so that's 73%. And 16-9 in maps. So in maps, it's closer. They have a lot of like close series map-wise, but most series go to Starbuck. Yeah, so 16-9 in maps, that's 64% win rate map-wise.
Yeah, also Starbuck at the moment on a 4 series win streak. The last win of HawK was in October 2021, so almost 2 years ago. Where Starbuck was, of course, a very, very different player and not as good as he is now.
And that was a team league playing Ducks against Power Rangers.
Best team name.
What color Power Rangers HawK would be?
I don't think he's blue. I don't think he's red. He might be the Black Ranger. With the elephant. That's fitting. Dude, I was the biggest Power Ranger nerd.
Wait, is there an ape one?
An ape? Yeah, in the later seasons there is.
Oh my god, what color is that?
Ooh, I'd have to look it up.
That's so sick.
Power Rangers monkey.
You know the movie that I told you about, by the way, like the creator, there is a scene with an ape. Dude, I was dying. If you go see that movie, you're gonna die seeing the scene.
Namenlose 2, thank you for the sub. Welcome to Iowa, thank you for the gifted sub.
6 militia straight expo creep. It doesn't always mean that he's gonna take it. Sometimes, like if you get straight harassed, you might choose to. Wait, where are those militia going? What the hell?
Ooh.
They ran the complete wrong way, so now his creep is late. So there's a chance of a steal here for Starbuck, but it's a long one.
Oh. Ooh. Wait, did he get it?
Yeah, he got it.
With the wolf!
Oh my god.
Oh, shoot, that is a disaster.
Starbuck is like, you wanna wreck me one game, I'll wreck you even harder in the next one. To be fair, that would be very hard.
Yeah, that would be very hard. Like losing 4 grunts was a bit extreme. At least HawK has this tower up, but yeah, you can always choose where to expand. This one was actually the harder camp to take, but it's a little bit more rewarding. And I feel like Humans was a little bit one-dimensional and didn't switch up the expansion positions, so it's got easy to read for everyone to harass this, and this is exactly what happened, and HawK is in a world of trouble.
Hey, this is an absolute disaster. Like, wait, is he trying to finish the expo crate? What the hell? Like, his tech is so delayed because, like, usually you don't power up against Orc, but now he chose to be extra safe at home. So he had no lumber, and then he used 6 militia. So tower plus 6 militia equals absolutely 0 lumber. So So his tech is just in shambles. Like Starbuck is what 30 to 40% already complete on his tech, and HawK only now starts his. And level-wise, he's doing terrible because that big creep got stolen.
1.4. At least Claws +8 might help him a little bit. He was standing around there inefficiently because he was waiting for the next Water Elemental to get something done. Creeping at the same time.
And Starbuck's gonna see it. Oh my god.
Oh no. Oh no.
He's running.
Doing more damage here on the left-hand side. Farseer's coming in. Chain Lightning. Ka-ching! Not
It went on the wrong units. Everything lived. Oh my god.
The Makrura Snapper is not a fan of Hawks.
Makrura. Macron over there.
I knew.
Being as useless in the game as in real life. That sucks for Starbuck because he was so close to getting a lot of kills. Stealing the camp away from HawK, I like that, but HawK shows up to obviously disturb that. And Footies don't have defense, they're gonna die very fast with this many headhunters.
Archmage also in trouble. Trying to get the last hit here, but how? Like, Starbuck is in full control. Oh.
Oh, HawK got it! He's almost free!
What the hell?
Oh my god!
This is all not supposed to happen. What the?
Dude, everything is red, to be honest. It's base, but I don't think Starbuck can commit. Oh my god, if Starbuck got that creep, he would be so close to 3, then maybe he could get 3 himself with the green right under this and then go, but... Like, Wolf's level 2 into that... Oh, he gets mana drained. Okay, that's the biggest mistake.
Could get the Water Elemental for a bit of extra experience, but...
Oh my god, the regen scroll value.
So sick, right? He had to build the shop in the back. Should be enough space for the Sanctums, I think.
And yeah, double ring for Starbuck. Welcome to my life. It's only pain from here.
Later on for the TC, it's really good. I'm getting into dangerous territory. First,
yeah, that's when you would want to find it, is later on, not in the early game when you're trying to do more damage with some extra damage. I guess he's tanking with the Farseer, right?
He can now. Take some pressure off the wolf. Went of mana stealing though, pretty good.
Wolf level 2 coming into action.
Dude, if HawK finds this creep, and he is he fast enough to get a headhunter or 2? Okay.
Very low amount of denies here, I'm a bit surprised. Double Sanctum on the way. Mountain King close to finishing. And Starbuck needs to start creeping his TC here.
Dude, for how bad this early game was, HawK is having a great recovery.
Yeah, that missed Chain Lightning was really bad, and like he did a very good job kinda defending when his camp was being stolen. And he stole the important creep. The Macron creep.
To be honest, I thought you were talking about the food, not the president. I thought, why?
The food would be mackerel, that's a fish, no?
It's a macaron, I think.
Oh, what?
And I thought, why is a macaron useless? Like, what am I missing?
Oh my god.
I'm casting for 9 hours, okay? The brain is just mush.
Macarons are amazing.
That's what I thought. Like, why would Todd this macarons? I got a feeling, Todd, that we're in for a wild ride again.
In this game?
Yep.
It's possible. I hope so. This game was super fun.
Starbuck the first to expand. Rare sight in this matchup.
It's very standard with that build. And he hasn't picked a second spell yet. I'm not sure whether he goes Shockwave or Stomp. It should be Stomp here a lot of the time. We saw that in the previous game eventually. In game 1 he did retrain towards that. He left an item here.
What the hell? Unacceptable.
Full inventory.
Found the ring +5. Getting a bit extreme, but okay. So
he's leaving the rings. He hates the rings as well. He already has one on his hero. He's like, I don't want 2 more. Starbuck is a bit of his game for sure. Leaving 2 rings like this. I mean, I know they're complete pieces of garbage, but still.
Dude, if the TC dies, it's the ring's fault. Mountain King 3.
Imagine if the Mountain King walks there and picks them up.
Oh. Shockwave it is.
He sees no breakers yet. But this is the stage where Shockwave could do something, but eventually it's going to be terrible. There's a lot of breakers.
Clap in, speed scroll, trying to get away.
You cross the halfway of the map. HawK's ready. Calls the popo. When the postman delivers his mail, he's already on the phone. 911.
But they're running out of steam soon. Is he just going for a tower push? With the heal scroll? Yeah, he is.
He finds the rings. They were waiting for him. He tried to appear weak across the map without the rings. Then he came home, picked them up, and now he's like, I'm immortal.
That's what it is, dude. That's what it is. Archmage in trouble. He has a TP. Invis saves him for now.
Reveal him.
Shockwave.
Sorry, he doesn't have Stomp yet. Shockwave.
Oh, how do you save the CC? You can't, can you?
That's the TP.
Oh, boy.
He's losing the fight.
Starbuck's getting owned.
Yeah, the popo, man.
Powerful. Vicious. The game started with a failed expansion attempt and the rock golem stolen. And here we are.
The illusions.
Oh, he's so scared of that. So scared of the clap.
Oh, he's afraid like the healing will be cancelled, I guess.
That expo didn't pay off.
Yeah, I like the start by Starbuck, but yeah, like this fight was quite difficult. Maybe he should have pulled back a little bit further. I think he maybe got a burrow at his expo too late. I think he maybe didn't even get one. I don't know if he was getting like a tower or something.
Feels like he was expecting a counter expansion now, but it doesn't work.
Yeah.
There's still a TP, heal scroll. Expo down though.
And now because he has Shockwave, maybe he goes into hit and run modes and then re-expos.
No more lames.
He does not have spikes. I'm starting to get really upset here.
Everyone should know, but forces a reaction. Wolves with lightning shield, okay, but can't push the tower down. Army is split pretty much everywhere. Chain wave doesn't lead to a kill.
One more priest. He's gonna get
Got
it.
it.
Very nice. Wow.
Solid job by the Wyvern for sure. And the game is at 50-50.
And now you can just kind of keep on doing this and try to re-expo with the surplus gold. Needs to buy TP here first and foremost. But the Wind Riders, basically, like, if you guys didn't know, air units see further than ground units. So when you have Wind Riders like this, you can see very clearly around your army, so you never run into something you don't want to run into, aka a very angry Mountain King and a human army. So you can just kind of run around like he's doing now and try to hit the main non-stop, whereas his main is very hard to siege because he has reinforced and hopefully someday spikes as well. And because he creeps the expo on the right side, he also could take that one here eventually instead of taking the left one, which is expected at this point.
What do you got there? Another ring, are you kidding me?
Oh my god.
This guy has 21 armor points.
And he absolutely hates it.
He does, yeah, he does. HawK got the one of the wind. Pretty good.
Nice scouting with the wolf here in top right. He sees that HawK's not there, so that should tell him by deduction that HawK is bottom left. So now he goes through the right side and he's gonna head straight for the main.
But HawK has a scout there as well with Footman. So he knows.
Not for much longer. So HawK seeing this movement, he should know that Buck is headed for his base. And because Buck knows that HawK knows, he's gonna go for the creep on the red instead. Very smart like that.
Great plays.
Tank it all with a TC. Tank it all.
Barely losing anything against level 7 Chaos Damage Turtle.
Kill words. And HawK, I think he can tell this the expo from the right side will now be taken, so he head there. And Starbuck might not hit and run at all then. If he's staying there, maybe he's okay with taking a fight.
Is he? It's 50 food still. Double level up, not bad. Chain Lightning 2 is a huge upgrade.
Oh, I got the clap. He needs to split way better here. He's gonna speed scroll away, but it's too late. You've already been fully engaged. DC gets Cyclone. Okay, TP's out. Maybe 1 or 2 more units. Nope.
That should mean the end for the expansion soon, though. But no, HawK
Yeah,
takes his
maybe
time.
he's gonna run left immediately. Like basically by having the expo there, you can cancel it if it gets attacked, but then you make sure you're already counter-attacking the opponent and forcing him to use TP.
That'd be the dream. Starbuck has to buy some time. HawK knows the position. Heroes are getting scary, and the heal scrolls, man. HawK has 3 of them.
So almost the whole map is crept. There is only the small orange camp at the bottom. One footy will scout the expo on the right side, but it's a little late to cancel it with more units. You would have to send the whole army most likely now to get it.
HawK is making a transition, or a little bit. Blacksmith coming in. Upgrades kicking in as well.
It's because there is a couple Wind Riders and he has nothing very good against them. The Water Elementals will get purged and everything else is just terrible.
Yeah.
So usually you would mix in a couple Gyros, but he's not getting a Workshop, so I don't know. He just made that for Breaker upgrades and maybe he wants to mix in like 1 or 2 rifles. And okay, he's running right side. I don't know if Starbuck saw it, but he's in position to immediately counter here, which is amazing for him. Triple tower. So now he knows that HawK has to overcome it to cancel the expo, and that's why he's gonna dive Peasants in a second. Look at how well he's timing it as well.
Okay, let's see if that works out. Wolf is in position to help a little bit, and that could be its tower cancelled. Chain Wave onto the workers. Wyvern, of course, trying to get rid of that Arcane Tower. Great help to open the floodgates for Wolves. And this is such a weird position to engage into now.
Oh, HawK did so good on the right side. 2 Water Elementals, 2 Footmen. He's getting a cancel on all the towers.
Not on
So
the Expo,
Starbuck
though.
will have to TP and the Expo will still be attackable. Because the 3 towers didn't complete. Trying to catch the footies, there is a snare, there is Purge. But the problem is that by TPing there, Starbuck is not using clarities. So he's gonna start the next fight with very little mana potentially. He runs up, okay, he's gonna run through the top maybe. Gonna run into the army here.
Getting to a heal scroll.
He still doesn't have spikes. How is there a footman killing a bestiary? This is unacceptable. Even spikes level 1. Starbuck has no gold.
Would have helped against the towers as well. Staff on the Fascia. Oh, this is so tricky now. Gotta hold. The towers are still not up.
Yeah, he knows that Starbuck wants you snipe the tower. The floodgates are truly open, like you said. I'm gonna go right back to work. Towers need to be cancelled at the expo. The expo might die, but it's really about wrecking the human main in the meantime.
Yeah, his main is still intact. He's mining from the main. HawK is not, so he gets the echo advantage that he wanted and needed.
Starbuck repairing the expo. Wind Rider going on the chase on the sorceress. I get the
Feels like-
snipe. PC
Feels-
also helping
Feels
with
like
the
at the
aura.
moment, Starbuck is playing this a bit smarter. HawK doesn't really have a great solution against this.
Yeah, he needs to like move very well. And like keep defending.
It's so hard. Human army always slower unless slow kicks in, like it does now. Would love to use the speed scroll to get away, but HawK aiming for the surround, slow.
He has to TP,
More
he has to
control,
TP.
nicely done. And now the rings are really good.
Yeah. And this time he TP'd to the main. The expo is still on the siege. It was so close. Imagine if he completed like even just 1 tower, that would have changed everything. Because then that's how you get the extra ones. Pillage just completed, even though he has only a single raider. And he has a second one, which is actually FK in his main. So we're full hit and run mode here for Starbuck, who's gonna run right past HawK, who I think is gonna say something about this. Bolt on the raider, barely out of range.
Speed
Purge
scroll,
on the
purge.
slow. And Starbuck defended the expo with the shamans and wolves. So he's trying to get some towers up. If he can complete 3 towers here, this base becomes almost unattackable, because then he can fight against the army with his army plus the 3 towers, because they do piercing, they kill casters instantly.
HawK is in trouble, man. Despite this great inventory. Muscling up another attack. Mana is available, but not too much. It's 1 chain lightning, maybe 2 scrolls.
Town is under siege.
Another purge. No water elementals anymore, but the towers are still not up.
You can just cancel. Even let the expo die if you need to, but just do counter damage on the other side. It's just so hard to defend. HawK is doing the right move though, he's closing the gates, but a little late. Oh my god, the shockwave.
Ooh,
Knock knock.
Yep. Pentakill on the workers, and HawK is almost out of workers now. 2
And
remaining.
Starbuck might be able to get away.
Forces are under attack.
Oh my god, he gets out without a speed scroll. MK still doesn't have boots in a hit and run game.
I guess he can't afford it. So many
He has the
units
gold,
lost.
to be fair.
He has the goal now, but he has to rebuild like 12 workers. And things intensifying with the zap.
Yeah, the goal for HawK should be to reach a good amount of towers. Oh, I love this. The Wind Riders are gonna scout the army and lure it away. And the Zeppelin... Like, it's like you close the gates, but then the opponent's already inside of your base. And you can't even defend yourself. You have to TP inside, but then you can pick up and leave earlier than you can do that.
Third expansion by Starbuck.
He might double expo at this rate.
And
the tower is going to be in danger here from the Wind Riders. He's going to drop in. HawK cannot go inside.
Oh no!
It's yours.
Who's stuck with whom? One arcane up, but focus fire. We have no masonry, no repair.
There's a water here, but if he attacks, that would be free XP.
Yeah.
At least he sees the expo.
This is level 3 Shockwave, by the way. He doesn't have the mana right now, but this
Yeah.
is sick.
Or getting a workshop, he wants to get a Gyro to push this out of there and then push the expo of Starbuck. Starbuck with no lumber, by the way, because he kept losing peons so many times. And he took the double expo now, so his lumber is terrible now. Kind of dangerous to have a Zeppelin like this when a Gyro is going to come out, but you're always going to have space to drop your hero and then TP out. The problem is that you could be targeted by the whole army plus Stormbolt when that happens. And also he's flying away now, almost, I don't know if he saw the workshop, but almost as if he's fully anticipating this is going to happen. Look, he unloads the TC for Aura, and then the Zeppelin. He's got Ignite after burners from the Medivac, and he's boosting.
It really is 2 expansions. This is well protected. Water Elemental expires. This one's coming up. The other side on the other one on the right hand side, and HawK is slowly mining out. He got 3 minutes left.
Buck grabbed the Hill Scroll. Gets away with the Wind Riders now. He might even be okay with letting one of his expo die and just mine from the other one. Like, his plan might be to never take a fight ever for the rest of the game.
Yep.
Just wait until HawK moves out, counter-attack every single time up until he's dead.
Brutal game for HawK. So tough to always make the right calls. If you misstep once, this game is done and you're in the lower bracket.
A player's forces are under attack.
What a marathon today. We still have another series in the European here after this, and then at 10 PM, America is supposed to start.
This is such a tough game for HawK now. It's a miracle. If HawK wins this, you need to get a full HawK haircut. You know what that is?
How am I supposed to get a haircut, dude? I have no hair.
Okay, you need to get a full HawK wig.
Okay, what's that?
Google it. I don't even know how to describe it. It's like short hair on the side and then kind of like the mohawk on the top.
Ah, okay. Like David Beckham had in the 2000s.
Yeah, probably. But David Beckham's David Beckham. He could make anything cool.
Correct.
Lots of scrolls for HawK. Even though his army is not massive, he's staying on 50, triple scrolls. So he wants to try and win a fight eventually. It's just that fight might never happen. He's still not getting boots on the Mountain King.
A player's forces are under
And
attack.
HawK is moving out, and that timing, Starbuck might just be using 67 food now. HawK is spread thin, takes care of the one gyro. Great for now. Easy snipe for free.
You saw how quickly he unloaded from the Zep? Use my trick.
He used the 10 things you have to know in Warcraft 3 tutorial by Todd on both of our YouTubes, actually. At the peasant
the
farming.
Zep.
Oh,
Oh my god, he almost flew above the forest.
Oh, he crashed.
Actually, he unloaded almost everything. He had nothing stunned. We had double expo running now for Starbuck, none for HawK. 72 supply. Okay, he might take a fight then.
Yeah,
If
right.
you had this much.
Double level 5 as well. This is like 1700 damage per wave, I think. And the gyros, another one for free. Oh, that
Another
paints-
scroll would have been amazing, but look at this. HawK zones him perfectly, and then he retrains before the fight begins, knowing that there's enough shamans to deal with water. And Starbuck immediately starts running away. It's like, all right, do I counterattack? Do I defend? He looks at the army, now he has to decide. He can win a fight, I think.
Players' forces are
On
under
Tide
I do think he
Hunters?
needs to ensnare the Archmage more than he did on the Tide
Yeah.
Hunters game. It's almost
Yeah,
worth
yeah. 100%.
But he has only 2 raiders. 3. 4. I keep saying more. He's gonna sack the expo.
HawK is
Actually,
mining
not
out.
really a sack. HawK cannot kill it.
town is under siege.
No, right? He doesn't have the damage.
Village, baby.
Give me all that juicy gold. Just poking a little bit.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, Raider for free. So HawK survived the fight by being 30 food down earlier against Hippo. Can he do it again? This time against
Only-
Bucky.
Only 2 casters got hit by the shockwave here. A little bit bad. Both players doing a fantastic job setting the fight up in advance. Let's see if we have some ensnares on the Archmage. First one is there. Shockwave. Wind Riders are gonna fall quickly here to the gyros. The casters are clumped up for HawK. Shockwave would be huge. Farsia trying to run away. He has a heal scroll. He doesn't have a town portal. You need to mind this.
Triple kill in the back. The heal ward is doing significant damage. 69 food. Mana is empty now. Going for the Archmage with Ensnare. Still
didn't roll.
Blizzard. That was odd. But another
Getting
chain
a
lightning.
18 plus 18 armor TC might be a big mistake though.
Archmage, heal scroll. Has an invul as well. TP2. Is this it,
Shot.
Todd? Couple of popos coming in.
Insta ensnare the Archmage. He just keeps ensnaring the Archmage, and he has the Raiders point blank next to him, ready to go for the next one. Lightning shield on one of the shamans here.
That's
Summons
sick.
wolves. There is only one priest. He's on
Perch.
strike, not even dispelling right now. Archmage in trouble. He's gonna TP out, but most of his army is already gone.
35 food and no more mining. He has to rebuild his entire army, but with what?
I can barely reach the shop in that corner. Okay, his last gold's gonna be invested into a mana potion here. He does have Mountain King. Like, sometimes you have a Mountain King 5 and a Dream.
Yeah.
Can perform miracles. He's getting additional priests. So he's gonna go up to 3 priests, and I think he's gonna send... Wait, how many peasants he has left? Only 1? What? He probably... He's long distance mining instead of sending that to fight with. But that's the last chance of HawK here. He needs to make an absolute miracle happen, just like Starbuck did on Tide Hunters. Otherwise, this is it. He still has a lot of armor, plus 13. He sold one of the rings, grabbed double scrolls.
He has all the gold in the world. Big army, high heroes. And he won't overcommit. That lesson was learned. HawK is killing his own units.
I shouldn't laugh. This happens to me every day in FFA. It's so hard to stop Blizzard. You actually have to manually select the Archmage and press S. It's so hard.
Okay, Starbuck is coming in for the knockout punch. There's no TP. And the priests are falling. The economy is falling. The base is falling. There's no chance for HawK anymore, is there?
He's gonna have to run home and defend, I guess. But yeah, he has no town portal. Still no boots on the Mountain King. I think if he runs home, Starbuck maybe just runs away.
Yeah.
And then retakes the bottom expo.
Yeah,
And Shockwave is wearing his base down right now.
And all that attack is gold. All these raider attacks, all the grunt attacks. Very little to work with for HawK. He's trying to run home. He sees the other expo.
Dude, Pillage is gonna give him a lot of gold. Like,
He's at 300 again. It's very good. HawK still sees a win condition somewhere.
I mean, he has Blizzard 3, Clap 3, so... If he was ever equipped at killing more supply than he has, it would be this very game. But he has so few units.
Starbuck had to sell one of the rings. Is that the start of the downfall?
Things should look up from here, for sure.
Okay. Turning it around now. Getting some echo damage done on Starbuck. But twice the supply. And more attacks. The shockwave in this base raid's just so sick. This must be game. No TP. How do you stop this? There's no building anywhere. No gold for anything.
You would have needed mass stilly. I mean, even then it would have been stupidly hard, but... Yeah, we're looking at the last few buildings. There is a peasant on the right side. HawK has enough gold to get maybe some scout tower hidden somewhere.
Incredible series. High level gameplay. They know each other well. They countered each other well. HawK trying to hold. He's lightning shielding himself.
Oh my god.
Okay, dude.
Make sure you don't throw after that. HawK starts scout tower on the right side, so he's not going to be eliminated from this.
Okay.
No, there is no TP.
Are you kidding me? That's the last bit of Blizzard. No heal scrolls anymore.
You could kill the false here. Archmage being targeted, but he has invuln. And a lot of priests working on him. There is no shockwave whatsoever. Clap lands again.
Oh my god, there's so much damage.
The false here is dead.
No way! Not again! Starbuck, you got this! You had this!
He's gonna run into the building randomly. On the top right side. He found it randomly. He was trying to escape as quick as he could. He might even have seen the peasant. Okay, he's chased away.
There's more clap. Boom, baby! No,
Oh
no,
my god,
Todd,
Starbuck
no.
retaking the expo. I mean, he could get like one Bat Rider and patrol the map. It's like, there's no gold. HawK needs to sell all of his items almost. Just get a bunch of lumber mill around the map. Shut down the economy now. He has mass tele now.
Zeppelin's coming. Zeppelin's coming. He's dropping.
Oh, he has the whole army. HawK starts another farm on the right side, but he's going to be revealed. So the farm should appear very early.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's revealed yet, but I would assume very soon.
And so
You don't
little
have a town.
anti-air. So little anti-air against the Zeppelin.
The Jarrow. The Jarrow.
Oh,
He can't go anywhere.
no.
Oh my god. Redrop on the other side, but he might be stuck. He re-picks up. Where's the Jarrow going? Oh my god, he went to the wrong way.
Farm is revealed. HawK's revealed.
Yeah, he's worried about his building, so he's gonna sit around it. He could sell items for gold and get some lumber mill. It's one of the tankier building. He sells 3 items, gets 339 gold. He has no lumber, so it's not like he could start a tunnel or something. But lumber mill maybe should be the way. He's gonna move towards the expo of Starbuck and probably start a building there. As the Zeppelin's moving close to his farm, okay, he starts a lumber mill in advance. CORSAIR being remade. Starbuck mining from the other side on the expo. He's gonna take another expo on the left side.
Oh my god. Farm's down. That's of course more resource for Starbuck as well.
If he's 100% sure this is the last building, he could actually invest DC and Shockwave. He gets a TP instead.
He can portal if he wants to his expo and then go for it. Farseer's back in 15. How are you supposed to eliminate all the orc buildings? Like, Blizzard can do a lot, but...
He can just keep leapfrogging with lumber mills, but yeah, he doesn't have enough gold. He's gonna have to sell literally everything, and he has only a mana potion and an invuln yet. Kinda feels like he needs the invuln. The mana potion he could sell, I guess. But it should not be winnable on paper. He's definitely given himself the best shot that he could, given all things.
Zeppelin is a fake. Lumber mills have a lot of HP. Shockwave kills one, and he didn't get the resource back. Okay.
And that was the last peasant, so that means there is one lumber mill left on the map, and we're looking at it here next to the song.
Okay. Shades of FFA. Lelu, Todd, Dice, and Happy.
Albo can take his sweet time. He's mining from 2 bases. Or he's gonna be soon from the one on left side as well.
We're on the
He
schedule.
literally doesn't
though.
need to do anything.
We gotta start the Americas in 30 minutes. Hurry up, boys.
Yeah, it's gonna be the perfect time. He's expanding to the top.
Give me all the gold.
Players' forces are under attack.
I guess he changed the soundtrack to Gold Digger.
Can you sing that?
It's on my OnlyFans.
At XX B2W Neo XX.
There we go. Todd
Wait.
has a
Try to
premium
mass Tilly
subscription,
down here. Save the priest.
but he's exposing his farm.
Yeah, but like the priest died anyway.
A player's forces are under
Oh my god, the lumber build. We're looking at the last few moments of this game, I think.
There's the
Starbuck
raider.
realizes this is the last build.
Shockwave, yeah. And he's
He's
playing
toying
it
with his
slow.
food a little bit.
$34 minutes. Dude, when you create a schedule for a Warcraft 3 tournament, you don't expect a best of 3 to go, I don't know, 1 hour, 20 minutes.
Well, unless certain players are playing, right? There's a few campers out there.
He's going masonry.
You know what's actually, you know what would be maximum pain, which should be what Starbuck is thinking about. Like, what's most painful way can I eliminate this guy? I think he should have done Invis Potion on TC and Invuln. And then just all in the Lumber Mill with only the TC.
Archmage is
It's
so dead. Level 6. He can go Earthquake now, I guess.
Considering what he did before, I think Starbuck will continue to do some trolley move to try and finish it.
Oh
'Cause
yeah,
he knows
it's
it's the last building, so he wants to have some fun.
He will end this in style, that is for sure.
Earthquake! Sent
Shockwave!
everything. I thought he would send just one hero, but he sent everything. And that's it.
666 City. Starbuck going through the winner bracket. He will be facing Foggy for the ticket to Dortmund, to Raraland, and HawK. Great entertainer here today, but he has to go through a gruesome lower bracket, which is pretty packed, to be honest. Well, man, what a great series this was.